The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. Yeah. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, welcome, beautiful people, to the new Black Wall Street as we have a special presentation for you here tonight on Mother's Day. That's right. We're going to be talking about moms making money. I'm your host, ERGJ, and it's funny. I was just listening to the intro, economic empowerment. Economic empowerment. Tips to help you build wealth. That really speaks to me here today because we've been able to do some phenomenal things, and the power has been coming from the women. the power has been coming for the women, but it's not about me tonight. I'll introduce myself and we'll get right into this thing here tonight. Hit the like button, the share button if you care, like button, and share button if you care. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 12 are actually women. You'd be interested to find out about their stories. Well, I wrote the book, man, Study of Black Wealth, study the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. In my years of living on this earth, I've realized everybody don't want to be rich. Everybody don't want to be wealthy. Everybody don't want to live in inheritance to children. Some people simply don't care. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. You can find that book by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. It's available in English and in French. It's actually hit about 10 different countries already. You'll find a link in the description above or below. Pick up your copy today. Tonight's episode has been brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. Here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, we've done a shift. Some people call it a pivot to be able to provide things that our community needs. Where are my stuff? Where's my stuff? Oh, Lord, I don't know what my stuff is. It's not popping up. I don't know what's going on here. Here we go. At any rate, but you can find stuff like, all your COVID-19 stuff. We do have your masks, new sports masks just are on their way coming in as well. You can pick up things like your sanitizer. You can pick up things like your gloves, alcohol wipes, essential oil, stuff to protect you. Because here's the deal, guys. We must protect this house. I don't care if they've opened up the city. Hey, that's good. We can go around and be around city, but don't be stupid. I mean, my goodness, I walk around, people still ain't got no mask on. They acting like it ain't nothing going on in this world. And y'all know they trying to bring numbers up in our community. So please, protect yourself and your children. Ain't nothing to be playing around with, man. Go ahead and check us out at ERGJ Black at theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. Here at ERGJ Afrocentric, ERGJ, the Afrocentric marketplace, we want you to remember this, that once you shop Black, you never go back. That's right, man. Once you shop Black, you never go back, man. I'm super excited to be here today to be able to present to you guys. It's not because tonight I normally doing a he say, she say show. We'd be going in on the women, but they said you can't do that tonight. They try to muzzle me. They said you can't do that tonight. Well, I said I got something better. Because we got some members of the Black Billionaires Club that's been absolutely doing their thing. And I wanted to bring the BBC moms, that's right, being on Mother's Day, to talk about their journey to prosperity, their road to wealth, the things that they're doing to take control of their finances. Everybody putting it down, so take control. To take control of their finances, to miss me with the excuses and find a way to get it done. Now, I know that sounds a little harsh. I'm a man. Yeah. I don't always say things the best way. But we got some sisters here that might be able to say a little bit better for us here tonight on our special presentation, the Mother's Day special, Moms Making Money. Everybody put in console M&M. That's right, 3M, Moms Making Money. Everybody put in console hashtag MMM. If you're a mother here tonight, I want to say happy Mother's Day to you. I want you to also understand and know that you can turn things around in your household at any point in time that you decide to do so. Right? It takes a decision, takes some commitment, a little bit of help, and we're here to help you. Mothers making money here tonight on the New Black Wall Street, man. Good morning to good evening to you. Queen Vivian's in the house. King Sir Mark Adu is in the house, man. Queen Jennifer is in the house as well. Thanks so much. Queen Gloria is in the house. Absolutely, man. The power is coming from the women. Absolutely, man. I say happy Mother's Day to y'all. Happy Mother's Day to y'all, you beautiful queens. Good evening to you, Queen Wakita. Queen Monica is in the house, man. Good evening to you as well. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, man. 3M, that's right, man. That's what I'm talking about. 3M. Lillis Lumpkins, thanks so much for joining us here today. Queen Phyllis is in the house. King Frank is in the house, man. He'll be with us tomorrow on the Money and Power Show. Hey, guys, we got to get right into this thing because y'all didn't come here to see me. I mean, y'all didn't want to see the ugly one. Y'all wanted to see all the queens and their glorious diva-liciousness and all that good stuff as well, man. Let me introduce you guys our panel here tonight as we pop these sisters up in here. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We do have the diva, the coaches in the house, Lisa Santiago McNeil. We do have the educator extraordinaire, none other than Miss Jacqueline Mankins Golden, and we have Sparkler Ray, the star of tonight. So y'all see all that light shining? Y'all see the beam shining right there? That's right, man. His name is Jennifer Almado is in the house here tonight, man. Let's come on down to Mr. Educator Extraordinaire. If you could do us a little favor. Good evening to you, by the way, Queen.
Good evening.
Hey, thanks so much for joining and taking the time to be here. I know it's Mother's Day, but you said, man, you saw this come up. You said, I got to be here, and I'm so glad that you're here. There's some people don't know who you are. If you could do a brief introduction, tell us who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and why we should listen to you here tonight on Mothers Making Money.
Well, thank you, Evan. I want to say, give a shout out to all mothers. We honor you tonight. Blessing, peace. May the peace of God be upon you on this beautiful Mother's Day. And so, hey, I'm a business owner, been a business owner for a very long time. Not only am I a business owner, what excited me most is when 2 years ago, when my sons decided to come in the business with me. And so, that's what makes me happy. And I'm educator extraordinaire. Why? Because education is what I do. I do extraordinary things. I make things happen. I'm a content creator, been a content creator for over 25 years. So I just love what I do. Hey, I love what I do. And I think that's what makes the difference as an educator. For those who actually were in the class with me on Friday night, I talked about how much I love what I do. And because I love what I do, I believe that that's what adds value to me having the ability to share my knowledge, to educate people. Not only do I educate people within the school system, but I educate people in the hair and beauty industry, period. I'm the queen of CE in the state of South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Washington, D.C.
Absolutely, man. When you look up education in the dictionary, you're going to see a big old fat picture of Miss Educator Extraordinaire right there. Like,
there you go. That's right, Evan.
That's all right here tonight, man. We gotta come on over to the coaches, coach, because again, we're gonna. I don't know. It's like Mother's Day. I got a special place in my heart for. I'm raised by my mom, and some of the things that you guys have done and continue to do. It might be a little thing to come down, but nonetheless, man. Miss Lisa Santiago McNeil, how are you doing tonight, Queen?
I am amazing. I have had a fantastic, loving, and profitable Mother's Day, which is always the way we want to spend Mother's Day. Thank you so much for having me here tonight with you and these other queens who I love with my whole heart. I cannot wait to share with them tonight.
Absolutely. Well, if you could, again, there may be some people for some reason don't know who you are tonight. You could just share a brief introduction about who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and why we should listen to you here tonight on Mother's Day special, Moms Making Money.
I am the coach's coach. My name is Lisa Santiago McNeil, and I believe that if women just somehow had the finances to do what it would take to keep them safe, that sometimes some of the things that they have had to go through would not have had the opportunity to happen. I believe that economic independence is entrepreneurship, and they are together empowerment by helping to equip women and some great men to be able to enter into the world of e-commerce and enter into the space of making that money. We are able to equip people to be able to make decisions that they could not make before, because sometimes they just couldn't afford to decide what was in their best interest, and rather had to choose situations and options that maybe were just to help them to survive. Now we are empowering and equipping them to be able to move forward stronger, faster, better, and to be able to stand up and be empowered.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight on the on New Black Wall Street, as presenting to you the guys the Mother's Day special here tonight. And we'll come up to the star of the show tonight. Miss Jennifer Alvino is in the house. Good evening to you, Queen. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Hello, ladies. I want to just start off by saying happy Mother's Day to all the women that is watching, the women that's going to be on the replay. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I don't know about the star thing, but we'll see.
Man, well, if you could do a little brief introduction again of who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and why we should listen to you here tonight on our Mother's Day special, Moms Making Money.
All right. I am Jennifer Alminor, also known as Jennifer Ray. I specialize in making candles, natural candles with essential oils in it. I dabble a little bit in different other streams of income. I'm a BBC member, and I am a proud mom of one.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight. Again, it is Mother's Day, so I do not take you guys' time for granted. So appreciate you guys being here. For those that are in the comments, those that are watching us here live, I want you to tag a mom who needs to be here tonight. I want you to tag a mom who needs to be here tonight. And also let us know where you're connecting from. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web. We have Atlanta, Georgia represented on the screen. We do have North Carolina represented on the screen. We got the Southwest covered. But we know the World Wide Web takes us all across the map through phones, through PCs, through all of these different devices. And so we want to know just how far our reach is here tonight. Go ahead and hit the like button and share button if you care. Like button and share button if you care. If there's some people that's in your life that you know or just can't wait to ask you for some money, make sure that they're here tonight so they know they can get it on their own. That's right, man. If you're tired of people asking you for money, make sure that you tag them or you share with them or let them know, man, they talking about money on Mother's Day. Look at that, man. That's what we're doing, man. Let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state, what country. I'm broadcasting right here from our virtual studios here in Decatur, Georgia. That's right, Decatur, where it's greater. And again, like I said, we do have Atlanta representing. We got Greenville, South Carolina representing, Charlotte, North Carolina representing. So we're using the power of the internet to connect with you from phone to phone, from mobile to mobile, from device to device. And this is, I would say, the passport. This is the passport. This bridges the gap of location. So when people ask me, where are you from? I said, I'm global. It don't matter where I'm at, because I'm at where I'm at. I be where I be. I am global, and so are you. Good evening to you, man. Hey, Kathy's in the house, man. Thanks so much, Queen Kathy in the house. Our new BBC mask model, one of them. Thanks so much for taking on that challenge so we get more masks out. Absolutely fantastic. Queen Keisha from Memphis is in the house. Thanks so much for joining, man. That's right. Tag a mom. That's right. Tag a mom. Man, Zakia out of Brandon, Florida. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Go ahead and do it, Queen. That's what I'm talking about. Wakita is in the house, man, from Columbia, South Carolina. Thanks so much for joining, Queen Wakita. King Darren out of Baltimore, Maryland. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. King James Prophet. I like that name, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's what I'm talking about. Queen Brittany is in the house. Good evening to you, Queen Brittany. I wish you could be on this show, Brittany. Oh my good. If you was on this show, I wouldn't be talking right now. I'm gonna tell you that. All right, thanks so much for joining. Now, I do want to let you guys know that this is actually being brought to you by the Black Billionaires Club production. And so we do actually, not only is a book, but it's also a club, and everyone that you see represented on the screen is actually a part of that club. So I want to ask our panel, about their experience with the BBC, what we call the BBC, and anybody else that's a part of the BBC that's in the comments. Go ahead and put in the comments on hashtag BBC. Let me know, man. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? How do you feel about the BBC, and what has it done for you? I'll come back down to our Miss Mankins Golden, our educator extraordinaire, who actually just did a presentation on Friday. How do you feel about the BBC, and what does the BBC do for you?
Well, I absolutely love the BBC. And as of, let's see, some weeks ago, that is no longer, like a secret. You know what I'm saying? I've let the world know that I am in the Black Billionaires Club. And that was my introduction as well to Educator Extraordinaire. So what the BBC has done for me, it has given me a place where I can come and talk about money, talk about business, and also to be trained and educated at the same time, to meet people from all across this country. It is global, so that's the wonderful thing about the BBC for me, is that I absolutely love it. I love the diverse of people that are in the group. That makes a big difference. And what I love the most is that those who have shared their knowledge are not afraid to share their knowledge. Some people are afraid to give up their secrets. Not in the BBC. In the BBC, we are sharing the secrets so that not one person can be successful, but so that everyone can be successful. There's a saying, no man is an island by himself, okay? If you are by yourself, there's not much for you to do. You need to join a group of people who are movers and shakers. And here's the other thing that I love. I love the leadership. Evan leads not by talking, but by action. I have seen him do some things that will make you shake your head. He sold over 5,000 copies of his book, the Black Billionaires Club, the book. Over 5,000 copies, single-handedly, him alone. No Amazon help. There were no drop ships or anything like that. He did it. So he leads by example. Don't do it alone. You don't have to. Join the BBC. The moment since I've been here over 5 years. Evan and I have been friends now for over 5 years. I haven't missed a beat. And you won't miss a beat either. There may be someone sitting out here on the sideline. You've been watching for a long time. You've been a part of his ERGJ page. Maybe you've been his Facebook friends, Evan Jefferson. You've been sitting on the sideline. So you've been watching. Look, you don't have to watch. You can come and join us. And what you don't know, we will teach you. Hey, what Jim Rohn say? What Evan, that's his favorite saying, says, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. So you don't have to sit on the sidelines. You can come and join us. Because what you don't know, once again, we will teach you. There are classes that are going on all the time. There is always some kind of live going on. And if it's not in the BBC, then it is from someone else, someone like Lisa, who has a wonderful business in several organizations and different things that she does. Maybe, you can join in there. Like me, Educator Extraordinaire, something that I just leaped out on. So education is all around. That's all I know. I only know 2 things. I live, sleep, and breathe education and entrepreneurship. And guess what? Both are in the BBC. So don't watch us get wealthy. Come and join us as we get wealthy together.
Oh man, that's don't just watch us, man. You better join and get what I'm talking about, man. Thanks so much, Educator Extraordinaire, Miss Jacqueline Mankins Golden, the diva herself, the divapreneur, the coach's coach, Miss Lisa Santiago McNeil. Man, how do you feel about the Black Billionaires Club, and what does it do for you?
Well, the Black Billionaires Club and Evan and myself have become acquainted over the last couple of years, and it's been a wonderful symbiotic relationship. Evan is an amazing coach. He is the one that I go to get unstuck from time to time, and we have walked this journey out. And as I finally stepped forward and began the journey through e-commerce, because as a service provider for so long, helping people to publish their books and helping them to market their books, helping them to get their story and be empowered by sharing it to the world, e-commerce was a shift for me. Moving into products was a shift for me. And I'm grateful for the not so gentle nudge that I received from Coach Evan to move forward in it, only to have such success so quickly that I was able to return, never left from my empowering position, and help others to be able to do the same. We have now had over 236 transactions over the course of the last 28 days, and I am grateful to have been able to equip so many people with their forever free e-commerce websites, friends of the BBC as well as those outside. And I'm just grateful because now we are equipping the community together. Evan and I were kindred in that ministry from the very beginning. Before we ever met, we knew that we wanted to empower our communities through economics, through entrepreneurship. Economic independence is achieved through entrepreneurship, and that allowed us to be able to empower our community to move in the direction of saving themselves. And I'm so happy to be a part of the BBC and encouraging others to come along with us.
Absolutely. I'll ask a question. I don't know if you have this number in front of you, but your Forever Free e-commerce class that we've been, again, guys, I want you guys to understand, like, I could teach that class, but I can't, I shouldn't be trying to do everything. And so Lisa stepped up after she became a believer and said, I got to teach this to other people. And then ever since that time, we've been partners, sending people there first, because that's the first place for me. Like, if you don't have your store set up, you don't come to me till you. I'm like, you got to be ready to talk to me. By the way, I'm just trying to tell you, everybody ain't ready. Everybody ready for ERGJ. But how many students would you say that you've had since you started to teach this? And again, now we'll talk about that, because this is something that I taught a year ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you picked it up and said, "Oh, I guess when the time was right for you, when there's a time and place for everything. When the time was right for you, he said, "Oh, I can train this as well." How many students would you say have come through your class over the past month to get there? Not only just to learn about e-commerce, but to walk away with their store set up.
Yeah, almost 100. So almost 100, and maybe more. But almost 100. I had 47 in one class. I had 35 in another. And then I've had other classes where there may have been 15 or 20. So that's actually quite a bit more over the past 4 weeks. We've had 4 or 5 classes, I believe. And the reason why I started the e-commerce, you're right. I took your class. I took Evan's class a year and a half ago and did not see how that particular class fit my programs at the moment. It didn't fit, but I still took the class because the training was available, and I believe that when somebody is teaching, somebody else should get taught. So I got taught, and I filed all of the notes that I took along with the links and everything else, and I filed them away. And then when I actually put forth to post the picture that Evan forced me to post, he says, "You gonna wait for it to come in, or you gonna sell the daggone thing?" So I went ahead and put the post up on my screen and went to bed with about 20 people in my inbox talking about what size, what color, what this, what that. And then I had to figure out, okay, I don't want these people in my inbox. Then I went back to my files, back to my training, and created the e-commerce website, only to wake up the next day to $107 just hanging out waiting for me that I didn't do nothing for. 3 days later, $308 waiting for me that I didn't have to work very hard for. And then in 8 days had already made $1,100 with the same Forever Free e-commerce website. So I knew that helping to equip others to do the same meant that God was finally allowing the purpose to match with the how. So often we want to figure out the how before we understand how the how and the what go together. If you continue to operate in your purpose, God will align them. And in the alignment of the e-commerce website, being able to train people and equip them to so readily within those 90 minutes have their site set up, and then waking up to $200, $300 within the first 72 hours. It is amazing. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the catalyst. And I'm also grateful for the push from here in the BBC.
Absolutely, man. And I really want you guys to think about that for just a second. When you say, I go to a class, and this class is extremely underpriced, by the way. But they don't want me to get there. They don't want me to go there because, I do go there. But it's extremely underpriced because I understand what we're doing, right? It's not about getting rich off anybody. It's about helping people who want to help themselves, right? And when we put it to this point, this is the philosophy of the BBC, because the BBC is underpriced. Well, we say, hey, we want to make sure there's no excuse other than you don't want to.
That part.
That you don't do it. That's it. Other than you don't want to. Right, because if you really wanted to, you say, "Man, I can do this for $20," and you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it set up. Not you go to the class and you gotta buy some extra and do all this extra stuff that what normal people do. They say the class or go to the class and then you gotta buy some extra stuff in order to do what you want to do. When you want to, we ain't about that life. We about people that want to level up and do something and they get it done. Just that simple, right? Just that simple. Everybody put it across slow. Simple.
Simple.
Right?
Just that simple.
So we're gonna come up to the star of the show tonight. That's right, Miss Jennifer Almanor is in the house again. Same question to you, Queen. How do you feel about the Black Billionaires Club, and what does the BBC do for you?
Ooh, so you ladies took everything already, but for me personally, I love the BBC. I was introduced to the BBC a little over a year ago. It actually helped me better perfect a trade that I was already doing, because I was a little lost. I was all over the place, and it provided me guidance or a guideline on how to follow to actually generate more people to buy from me, more people to love the product itself that I sell, and more people to listen to me. I actually listen to the coach, like Lisa. I love to take notes. I have multiple journals, so I write down a lot of things that Evan says, go back on the videos and listen to them. I did not take that e-commerce course a year ago, but I did take it with Lisa, and I've been quiet about it. I've gotten multiple sales in my e-commerce store, but it's not something that I announced. But this morning, when I got the phone call like, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, oh, I listened to my coaches, both Lisa and Evan, talking about, hey, it gotta be constant. And I forgot the other gentleman's name that was on there talking about marketing and network marketing also. He was on there a couple of days ago. But it's always being constant posts about what you're selling, about your audience. So that actually being a part of the BBC has taught me, hey, you have to target an audience. You have to be consistent about the products that you actually put out there for everyone to see. I like posting inspirational messages. I do that constantly. I post my religion on there because that's who I am, to be proud of what I do and be proud of what I sell, and who I am is my brand. So thank you, Evan. Thank you, Lisa, for the push, for the private calls, for the multiple times that I've cried on the phone call and like, why are you not answering me kind of situation. But yes, if you guys are not a part of the BBC, please, just if the free podcasts that we do allow a lot of people to see, you have to see the value in it. Just us being on the platform itself and talking to you, and the different contents that Evan provides on a day-to-day basis that is public to everybody on different social media platforms. So that's what BBC has offered to me.
Absolutely, man. So you really get a chance to, as we talk about real people having real discussions, getting real results. Real people having real conversations, getting real results. And I'm not going to let her off that easy. coming back to the start of the show, because she gave me a call today, and she was like, "Oh, I gave her a call today. Hey, you know, I don't know what I would call her about, but I called her about something." And she was like, "Oh, FYI, just so you know, I had orders by 1:00, and they picking them up by 6. Is about $230, $50, something like that she made on Mother's Day. So while she's celebrating Mother's Day, she getting paid.
Yes.
Right? Everybody putting comments on wow. While she's celebrating Mother's Day, she getting paid. So we want to know, how the heck you do that? That's what we want to know. What you doing over there that you getting $230 on a Sunday when most people are spending their $230? You collecting $230. What you doing over there? What you selling? What you got? What was it that people were buying? People want to know.
So this morning I woke up to one text saying, "Hey, you got interest." I was like, I got some money today. So good. So I did the peer-to-peer lending with Evan Jefferson, and I received my interest payout. So I was very happy about that. And I was like, okay. So the most important, I guess, one of those good feelings that I got, which account do you want to put it in? And I had to tell him really quick. But later on throughout the day, I started getting phone calls, because throughout the whole week, I have 2 Facebook pages, 2 Instagram pages also that I post different things on. So I was like, hey, you guys, you haven't been able to shop or go out. So it was just constant content of different gift baskets and different products that I had available. So I originally started off with candles itself and home fragrances and home decor. So I kept putting up different posts. People bought masks from me. So that's something else that I actually ventured off to. And people were just calling, "Hey, Jen, do you have this?" "Yeah." "What do you have?" I said, "Give me about 30 minutes and let me go home." I set up everything on the floor. If you go to my Facebook page and Instagram, you're going to see a video with me setting up all my products, doing a demo of all the things that I had available in my personal stash versus them going to online and getting the product. I also post this week several times that I make local deliveries. If you're here in Atlanta, the Tri-County area, I will make actually contactless drop off to you. You purchase your item, you tell me what you want, I will drop it off to your home. But they actually came to me, even better. So it was just basically doing videos about different bundles that I had. I had the bundles already made up, so they didn't have to go make it up themselves. And I think that in itself is what got a lot of people to be last minute shopping. And I was like, I will make deliveries on Sunday. And people called me on Sunday and text me on Sunday and was like, do you have this available? Do you have that available? And I say, would you allow me to just pick fragrances for you? Because my candles come in different, I have 52 different fragrances. So they was like, yeah, my mom liked this and she likes this. I said, okay, I get her this, and actually throwing a little goodies in the bag of different fragrance options that they gave, or categories that the customer gave. And I actually gained 5 different orders today that came over a little over $230.
Man, absolutely, man. And obviously there's some lessons. Thanks so much for that, Jen. Some lessons that come from that. And I'll be coming down to Educator Extraordinaire in just a second. Number one, I want you to, this is the teaching moments for people. And I don't care if you're not in BBC or not, it's still some stuff that you can learn. Here's the deal. And once you have to take control, right? One thing you'll understand if you're in business is that if you give people too many options, they make no option. Right. So you said, man, instead of y'all picking out all, I'm gonna make this stuff up for you. You just pick package 1 or package 2. Okay, let's make it simple, right? Everybody's in. We're gonna keep it simple, stupid, simple Simon, whatever you want to call it, Sally, whatever. Number 2, that I heard as well. Not only did she keep it simple, right? What was I gonna say? Number 2. Not only did she keep it simple, but she also began to say, okay, well, I'm gonna show you what I got. Right? How can people do business with you if they don't know what you have? And that's one of the biggest issues in our community, is that people got all this talent. They do all this stuff. But it seems like as soon as you ask, man, what's your business? What do you do? It get quiet. It be like, oh my goodness, I know y'all doing some great stuff, but you never let anybody know. So she wasn't afraid to show people what she got. Everybody put in the comments, so show them what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Right? So she took control. Right, made it simple. She showed people what she was working with, and she made it happen at the end of the day. Now, here's the quote that I want you guys to take down. This is something that comes from Les Brown. It also comes from another, probably Dave Ramsey, something like this. Say, hey, how does she make this money on Sunday, on Mother's Day? Because she was willing to do what no one else was willing to do. So she could get the things that no one else could get. See, if you're simply willing to do what no one else is willing to do, then you can have the things that no one else can afford to have. And most people ain't thinking about making no money on Sunday. I don't know why, but they're not. They think about spending money on Sunday. Be willing to do what no one else is willing to do. So you can have the things that no one else can afford to have. Now, you talking about Miss Educator Extraordinaire? Talking to the kids? You ready? Okay. Now I want to come down to you, Miss Mankins, because you said that what Jennifer was doing with the sanitizer when we had the whole family night, we put that all out. You said that it sparked something in you. Now this is interesting because her company name is Sparkling Ray. So Sparkling Ray sparked something in the Educator Extraordinaire. Talk to us a little bit about that experience. See, this is all a chain reaction that's happening here at the BBC.
Yes, see, that's the wonderful thing about being around people who are innovative. You may have an idea to do something, or you may be working on something, and then, you get an aha moment. Well, from Jennifer, the hand sanitizers that she actually put together, the wonderful hand sanitizer, and then the hand soap. I thought that was so cute. I purchased 5 of them. And then I had a thought. And I'm like, oh my God, I can do that too. So it sparked a thought for a upcoming project that I am currently working on. Everybody needs hand sanitizers, okay? And to have that pocketbook size doesn't carry a lot of weight or anything like that. As women, we can drop it in our purses and keep right on going. Or you can drop it in a diaper bag and keep right on going. You can drop it in a book bag and keep right on going. So that is what sparked for me, is that I plan on finding some little cap sizes like that. Jennifer, I got to know where you make that purchase from. And I'm going to have it logoed for my new upcoming book, Connie the Coder. And so, kids need hand sanitizers. And let's just face it, they're going back to school, okay? They're going to need their own pocket size hand sanitizer 24/7. So I see that as an add-on of a product that I can add to my e-commerce store, which would be super great. I really didn't want to be in the business of selling, but let's just face it. We sell ourselves every single day. Whether you have a business or not, there is someone always sizing you up when they meet you. So you're on sale, whether you know you're on sale or not. So for those of folks who keep saying, well, I can't sell anything, baby, you are already selling. You sell yourself. Every single time you walk in the supermarket, every single time you walk in the hair salon, every single time you go to the gym, every single time you on the street walking, every single time, for those of you who do the club thing, you're selling yourself. So you saying that you can't sell is a myth. You can sell because you're already doing it. All you have to do is just what Evan has said. In order for people to buy from you, they have to know that you have something. So let people know. And here's another thing, Evan, listening to Jennifer talk and listening to Lisa talk, the e-commerce business has been super great. The people in the stores, it just gets me all excited and everything. But what Jennifer said is another thing inside of the BBC. Look, you can have multiple streams of income. Peer-to-peer lending. She just told you all she made some money on something that Evan was doing. She got her interest back on her money just by lending. And I love that scripture. It says that you will be a lender and not a borrower. I can't think of anything better to do. Open up another stream of income. The Word of God tells us about having multiple streams of income. And if you're listening and you're not in the BBC, or maybe you are in the BBC and you still have been sitting on the sideline and you're only working with one income, you're doing yourself a disservice by being in the group, because we teach you how to go and get multiple streams of income. That's
Absolutely,
it.
man. And I'm glad you said that, man. Everybody putting accounts on multiple streams is king. Multiple streams is the thing. Multiple streams. Everybody putting accounts on multiple streams.
Multiple streams.
Now, I want to give you guys step one, right? Step one, and I believe is going to be very valuable for anybody, right? We said this earlier, right? Stop trying to do it by yourself. So I would say, number one, you got to find a group. You got to find a group that you're going to connect to. And here's the thing I want you to look for. You want to look for a group that's going to help you get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth. There's plenty of groups that's talking about everything else, but we understand the problems in our community has a lot to do with economics. And ain't too many groups talking about that, right? Find a group that can help you get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth. Find you a group. So you can't do it by yourself, man. If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. My question is, who are you going together with? Who's on your team? Who's on your posse, right? We talk a whole bunch of stuff. We don't have it negatively affects our bottom line. It negatively affects our bank account. It causes us not to be able to do a lot of things that we want to do or even need to do, because we don't ran out of money at the end of the month. Are you a part of a group that's helping you get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth? Period. You can still be a part of all those other groups, all those kumbaya groups, all those whatever else y'all do, cooking. I don't know, whatever else y'all do. But are you a part of any group that's helping you get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth? Great question to ask tonight. Now, you want to say something else, Jennifer? Okay, Jennifer, what's going on? Come on now. You got something. Come on, the star of the show got something to say. Come on now.
Just to piggyback on Miss Macon, and I mentioned very briefly, and I know I talk fast sometimes, with the multiple streams of income, I do have a company that I'm with. A few of you know I'm part of a network marketing company, and starting the e-commerce store, because I have a lot of personal inventory in stock. And unfortunately, some of the stuff are not on my regular website. So I had to put my personal inventory into my e-commerce store for people to actually purchase with me or be able to see the different gift sets that I had available, because it's stuff that I made up and I wanted them to actually order it online so I can have a form of tracking my inventory. So that actually makes me more accountable on being present for my business and taking charge of my business, just following the two leaders that I have as an example, such as Evan and Lisa, taking something that I already have and making it into something else. With the hand sanitizer, I'm happy that sparked something in you. And yes, the company name is Sparkling Ray. The little cartridges did come from the other company, but they came empty. And we actually started using it for the hand sanitizer. We got a different company to provide us hand sanitizer, Evan and I, and we put the hand sanitizer into something we already have. So we didn't have to go and do so much and figure it out. We already had the product on hand and it was empty, and we end up using it for something else that everyone actually needs now. So use what you got.
Use what you got. Now, Jennifer, let's be honest here. You had to learn that lesson too, because you know, we tend to try to make things a little bit more complicated than they gotta be. And I'm like, please don't overcomplicate this stuff, man. Everybody don't overcomplicate it. Some of us are just trying to overcomplicate the process. It's almost if it's too easy, not a challenge, it must not be right. No, this stuff is not difficult. I'm telling you, please see, human nature just wants to complicate everything. It's got to be complicated, and because we think it's got to be complicated, we must make it complicated. And then that's what happens. That gives us a reason not to finish it.
That's true.
We made it complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to understand and put this in context. So getting rich is easy. Getting rich is easy. Now I'm gonna talk about something necessary for you to get rich, but getting rich is easy. I'll tell you one of the first things that it takes to get rich. Be a man or woman of your word. Some of you guys are missing out on business simply because you don't follow through, you don't come through. You're not reliable. You're not on time. being a man or woman of your word, that puts you ahead of about 95% of the people who don't take it seriously enough. That in itself would say, man, this is somebody I can do business with, and I want to do business with them again. Just being a man or woman of your word. Come on, Lisa. What's up with you, Lisa?
No.
I actually have a point to that. And I actually used, I had purchased something from Jennifer's site because I always like to give back to those who are investing in me and actually taking steps, moving successfully. And I ordered from Jennifer this mask. I ordered this mask. It is as a matter of fact, I've ordered two because I sold the one that was on my face. And so that's this one. And I didn't want to give them mine with my germs in it. So I had to purchase it from Jennifer. But understand, when she sent me my package with my mask in it, she actually included one of her hand sanitizer sprays in it. And I thought it was so adorable. But here's how I used it, because I am a woman of my word. I got an order that was delayed. It was tremendously delayed, and it was something for someone special. And it was another mask. I believe it was either the Chanel mask or the Louis Vuitton mask. I don't remember which one it was. But when it was time, when the masks came in and it was time for me to ship them, I packaged them up pretty like I always do in a tissue paper and anything. But I decided that as much as I liked the gift that Jennifer had given me, I was going to use it to gift my customer as a thank you for their patience and a thank you for their patronage. So now I know I can buy some more from Jennifer, but I didn't have anything to include in that package for that customer without delaying their package further. So I sent it to them, and when they received it, they were so tickled pink. They were like, thank you so much. This is a beautiful package. The packaging is beautiful. Thank you for my mask. And oh my goodness, for you to include the hand sanitizer in there, I really appreciate it. So Jennifer, I just want to thank you for that little special touch that you included in my gift that was able to then be reused, because I didn't use it. I hadn't used it yet, but I was able to then gift it and keep a customer satisfied. Understand that people don't come back when they don't have a good experience. People come back when they have a good experience. And so just like I regifted hers, I also came back and I purchased a new mask from her, because I was in the supermarket and I am always wearing my own products. Y'all got to see this. Hold on. Can y'all see it?
All right, Eva.
I'm always branded. I'm always wearing my own products, my bling mask or one of my people stuff, so that I can send customers to the people who have created masks or send them to anybody who's taking my class. Everybody knows I want to see you win. I share your links, but understand, by being a woman of your word and being able to say, look, I didn't know it was going to take that long, because in this particular case, this item that the person purchased took a really long time. By having the gift from Jennifer that I could then give to them, we had a satisfied customer, a second purchase, and everybody is happy, and I'm happy. So thank you again, Jennifer.
Absolutely. I'll come down to you, Miss Makins, just a second. I want to tackle this comment though, because here's the deal, guys. As you think, so it is for you. As you think, so it is for you. So we have, hey, getting rich is easy, right? But then we have the comment that staying rich is hard. Yeah, for you. Yeah, you're right. It is for you, because that's what you believe. And so a lot of what we do in the Black Billionaires Club, 80% of it is fixing thinking. 80% of it is helping you to redevelop your mind, because it said be renewed by be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so if you and I have always been thinking that getting rich is hard, if you and I have always thinking that staying rich is hard, if you and I have always been thinking that poverty is cool, well, hey, we gotta be ye transformed by the renewing of our mind. And a lot of this rich talk, a lot of this wealth talk, a lot of this prosperity talk is new to many of us. Right?
That's right.
But if you change the way that you think, you'll change your life. I guarantee you, change the way that you think, you'll change your life. Miss Mankins Golden, what do you got for here today? We're talking Mother's Day special, mothers making money.
Yes, well, I just want to piggyback off of what the ladies have already said. What you said, getting rich is simple, and going back to Jennifer, basically she used what she had. And that's what many of us need to do as we're moving forth in business. It's not about trying to go out, get some grandiose stuff. It's truly about you using what you have. I'm reminded of the scripture in the Bible that talked about the widow mite woman. And when the prophet came along, she was sharing with the prophet that she didn't have anything and that the debt collectors were coming to take her son in order for her to pay a debt. But he looked at her and he said, "What do you have in your house?" I want to speak to the moms today. What do you have in your house that you can go and get started on your path of creating another stream of income for you and for your children? So use what you have, because what you have is mightily. Look, if all you have is a pen and a sheet of paper, baby, that's all you need. You first got to use what you have. So it's not about you already having $1,000. It is not all about you already having $10,000, $20,000. It's about you using what you have. So check around and see what you have, because everything starts with a plan. Honey, when pen meets paper, baby, magic happens. Trust me, when I started my business, some 11 years ago, I didn't have any money, but I heard the Lord say, use what you have. I had pen and I had paper. Pen and paper, let that sink in, because you need a plan. And part of that plan is writing down some things, jotting out your pathway, creating that blueprint of how you want things to look. So don't worry about what you don't have. Many of us spend too much time worrying about what we don't have. And that's why in the BBC, the first thing to do is start conquering that mindset. It's a mindset that you have to conquer. Wealth begins first in your mind long before you ever see it in your bank account. Because wealth begins here. It's here. Just as Evan said, so as a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you think, then that's what you will have. And then the word even talks about us speaking those things that are not as though they were. You got to begin to call those things in. And when you begin to call them in, those things will begin to manifest themselves. People often ask me, how did I get where I am? I live by goals and a vision board. You got to put this thing in order. You got to see it first, begin to speak it, write that thing out. Honey, then you have already conquered half of the battle then. Money cometh. That's what the word says. The word talks about money cometh. Money cometh, but it cometh to those who are ready to receive it. Because one thing about money is currency, okay? And currency has a flow. There's a frequency that it runs on. It's a flow. And many of us block up the flow because of the mindset that we have. Once you begin to conquer that mindset, you can open up your flow, because God will begin to give you witty ideals. And people ask me, how did I start my company? I literally tell people it was a dream. I am living a dream. I'm living out my dream in living color. It was a dream. That's how it all got started. A dream. My e-commerce business, a dream. I had a dream that I was going to be making money while I sleep. I've been doing that now for over 8 years, making money while I sleep. It was a dream. And now it's about creating multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. So go and use what you have. What do you have in your house? Because I guarantee you what you have in your house can begin to bring you in a fortune.
Man, this is so very powerful, because this what's in your house is something that we actually helped Miss Lisa Santiago McNeil with, and I know I'm gonna allow her to tell that story. But here's the deal. Many times, let me help you guys out real quick. As an educator myself, I tell people all the time, like, a lot of times the first thing we want to say is, I don't have any money. Whatever it is you want to do. I want you to understand tonight that you don't have an income problem. Income is not your problem. The problem is you have an idea problem, and then after your idea problem, you have an execution problem. Right? You take your idea and you execute on your idea that God is giving you to actually produce income. Just imagine if the lady said, when the guy said, "What you have in your house?" She said, "I got oil." He said, "Oh, go pour the oil into the thing." She said, "Well, I don't want to do that." Right? You don't execute on what you've been told to do. That's the problem. The problem isn't the income. The problem is the idea, and the problem is the execution. And now we might not want to accept that, but here's the deal: one man's junk is another man's treasure. I guarantee you, I can come into many of you guys' home right now and find $1,000, just like that. Now, it might be some stuff that you want to hold on to, but you gotta ask yourself, man, do I want to hold on to this stuff, or do I want to build my dream? Which one is more important? What I already have, or what I want to have? What I've gotten a long time ago, what I want to get in the future? See, these are decisions that you kind of gotta have to make in your life. Opportunity cost. Right? Is what you have right now more important than what you want? Then now you might be stuck there. Or what you want is more important than what you got, because greater is He that's in you that's in the world. Now, Lisa, I didn't know we were going to talk about what's in your house, but God leads, He feeds, man. What do you got to say about what's in your house? Oh Lord, this is beautiful.
I want to first give a shout out to Brittany, because her bracelets arrived on yesterday, and this particular set is my favorite. It is the Right Division set, and it says dream, plan, execute. Dream, plan, execute. And I love these, because this is how I live my life. You can get your own set. Brittany will put the link in the comments so that you can maybe show it on the screen. But dream, plan, execute, just like Sister Jacqueline said, just like so many people are saying, understand that it is part of the process. It is the process. It is the process. So understand that the story of the widow woman who had but a cruse of oil when she was about to lose her family was exactly what a lot of people deal with. And I actually had this situation, because even when you know better, we need someone to sometimes sit from outside and look in to help you to move into the direction that you are intended to go, because sometimes you are simply too close to the problem, And understand that when my husband and I were dealing with the situation, we were in a very successful business, both coaching, I'm publishing, he's coaching in sales, and we had a bottleneck, and somehow we were stuck. And I'm grateful that as a member of the BBC, I reached out to Evan, and he got me on the phone, and he actually said those questions. He asked that question to me: what do you have? What do you have? Now, understand, what do you have is an opportunity for you to participate in your own salvation. What do you have? Now, the widow woman at that time, when she was asked, what do you have? She answered first the way most of us do. I have nothing. That was her first answer. I have nothing. But then she piggybacked on it and said, save a cruse of oil. See, understand, so many of us stop at I have nothing, because we are looking at our circumstances through the lens of the lack that we are trying to address, as opposed to through the lens of the abundance that belongs to us. Amen. We have abundance. God has given us in Deuteronomy 8:18 the power to get wealth. We have more than enough. We have pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Amen. We have increase in abundance, and we have more than enough. We have overflow. That overflow is not by accident. It wasn't like God said, oh, I forgot to stop. I forgot to stop pouring. No, no, no. That is not what happened. The overflow is where you lend from. The overflow is where you bless from. The overflow is where you give unto others. Understand, the overflow is where you sow seed from. But so often, we don't get past the question, what do you have? We don't get past the answer, I have nothing. We get stuck right there, and we forget to say, save a cruse of oil. We forget to say, accept this bag of flour. We forget to say, accept these empty vessels, amen, that Sister Jennifer had. We forget to say, accept this. Save that. We forget that. And understand, it is in that thing that we have almost forgotten that is your blessing, your abundance, your increase, your provision, your prosperity, your power to get wealth. And if you would simply allow the prophet, the coach, the one who is sent to support and assist you to do that which they are intended to do, which is to instruct you, and then you actually apply. She didn't ask no whole lot of what. When Evan gave me my question and I answered him, I didn't give him no whole lot of what. No, and some of y'all are the king and the queen of but. No, she didn't give him that. And I'm gonna tell you something about Evan. You're not gonna stay on the phone if you start with that. If you start with the but, he's got to go. He's probably going to be in a rush to get somewhere else, right? And understand that's because the but is the beginning of all the bull crap that's going to keep you from your blessing. If you just take the direction of the prophet, the coach, the mentor, and apply it without trying to figure it out, because you can't figure it out, because if you could figure it out, you'd have been done figured it out. Okay, just do what's told to you. When he said to her, go and collect ye many vessels, she could have did just like everybody else. But I only have a little bit. But I only have a half a cruise. But I don't have enough. But I don't know where I'm supposed to get them from. But BS. But stay broke. Or you can go and do what the prophet said so that you can get the next step. Some of y'all want all the steps. All the steps. You want your website beautiful. I have people asking me, how can I make 6 categories? You can make 1 category. You can have 1 item in your store. I started my store with 1 item, and woke up to $107. Or you can spend all day picking your colors, picking your pictures, getting the lighting just right, and doing all of this other stuff, and you can sit back and still be part of the but crew, or you can go ahead and be a part of the bless crew. And it's all up to you. What do you have in your house?
Man, what do you have in your house? This is such a powerful concept, man. As we're talking about mothers making money, because again, we come back to the start of the show. This same thing, this same concept, I believe I had with you when we very first met for some of our business meetings in the beginning, and you were trying to make things complicated, and I had to bring that thing on back down. We're not going to do that. Not today, honey. Maybe yesterday, but not today. Man, talk to us about this concept of what's in your house and how during the early beginning phases of your introduction into the BBC, how this has helped you to now get to where you are, where you got multiple streams and it's flowing.
Ooh, he is absolutely right. That first meeting, I am definitely a perfectionist. I want everything in order. Has to be I am the queen of what if this might happen. And he was like, no, just do it. Just do this step. And then we worry about that later. What if it don't happen? And I was like, now, and I had to literally get out of my own way and just do it. And look, it was not easy. If you guys have your one-on-one coachings with Evan, please take advantage of your 30 minutes per month. It's definitely worth it. It kept me on track, being able to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And then when I got off track, he didn't want to talk about it no more. I was like, okay, he ain't talking about it. I ain't talking about it. And then when he brought it back up, I was in that space like, oh, I can't even talk to him because I didn't even do the homework and I didn't follow through. So now, almost a year later, using everything that I have, using the resources, using the BBC, talking to other BBC members, and asking for help outside of him, just asking for help. And like, what are you doing? How did you do it? And it's when Lisa says, look, just one item. I had one candle on my website for the longest before I even talked about the mask. And mind you, I had the whole hand sanitizer line. I didn't even put it on there. I'm sending everyone to Evan's site, and they were like, what are you doing? But now, affiliate site, my site, my other web page, it brought me back to just do it. Just do something so you can see progress. If you do something, then you don't have to worry about the what ifs, because the what ifs hasn't happened yet.
I guess that was her mic drop. I guess. I don't know. So one of the things, again, it says step one, actually, be a part of a group. The BBC is something that you can choose to be a part of. You feel like that's a group for you. You get around all these wonderful people that can help you and support you. And accountability is key. One of the things that we do, we hold you accountable, right? You say you are going to do something. You say this is what you want to do. Well, we will hold you accountable, hold you to your word, because you put it out there. And not only that, we make ourselves available for monthly coaches to help you, because now we want to make sure, hey, you started this thing. Are we continue along with this thing as well? Those are some other things that you get as well. But one of the things that is as I've been talking about this e-commerce store, I think it's just so powerful for such a time as this. We see the time that we're in. We see that the internet we're in a digital age. We see that we now have direct access from manufacturers to consumers, and we can be in that pipeline for whatever it is that we want to offer as far as value to the community. And we also have a class that can teach you how to do it. So, Ms. Santiago McNeil, come back down to you and talk about, because this is the transition. Again, it took place. I always say the cream of the crop rises to the top. You took charge. You took leadership in this thing. And you've helped a lot of people. And it's not about the money you make, because when you help people, when you serve, you make money.
Absolutely.
When you bring value to the community, you make money. Understand this, that money is nothing more than the exchange of value for value. Everybody put that in the comments below. Money is the exchange of value for value. If you're not making the kind of money that you would like to make, don't look at the money. Look at the value that you are providing in the marketplace. Money is the exchange of value for value. So you simply say, if I want to make more money, I should be providing more value. It's just that simple. Right? And then you command the universe to respond to the value that you are bringing into the marketplace. Miss Lisa Santiago McNeil, talk to us about the Forever Free e-commerce store. Are you still doing these classes? Can they get it right now? What's going on?
Absolutely. The Forever Free e-commerce training is now on demand. You don't even have to wait for Wednesday anymore. You can download the digital training, and in 94 minutes, you can have your Forever Free e-commerce website set up step by step. You can pause it, you can wait, you can fast forward, you can get it done. And at the end, you get to celebrate with everybody else by knowing that your website is up and you can actually post it on my page. That's right, Captain Nicole, just click the button, and become one of the e-commerce entrepreneurs that will be able to then immediately, because we take immediate, imperfect action, move forward and start making that money. Get your money up, and we will begin to celebrate you. You are not in this alone. Myself, all of the ladies in the Divas Rocking E-commerce are going to rock along with you. Everybody in the BBC is going to see you and celebrate you. We are always lifting one another up. And with this Forever Free e-commerce website training that you can get on demand, you know now that it is streamlined. It is cut, dried, and easy. Press the button, click the button, click the button, go along with the video. And I promise you, in 94 minutes, you will have your own Forever Free e-commerce website, and it will be ready to accept money. The difference between an e-commerce website and a regular website is the e-commerce websites brings you money. You just share it, talk about it, do videos, Facebook Lives, everything else. And we have a whole separate host of marketing ideas and tools for you as well in my store. But the first step, you got to take that first step. You got to take that first step. You got to set up your Forever Free e-commerce website. And once that's done, you are well on your way. And I can't wait to celebrate you, to support you in your store, to help share you, and to share you with my audience as well.
Absolutely, man. The Forever Free e-commerce store again. It's just evolution. Again, this is something that I taught at least 2 or 3 classes on it. Everybody didn't get it because what I understand is that sometimes you plant the seed and somebody else waters.
Come on now, Paulo.
Okay.
Sometimes you plant the seed and someone else waters, and so the waterer came in. And then what happened after the water came in? I got back to do what I do best. I start pushing mugs left and right. Y'all gonna take this class. Take
That's right. The Holy Ghost has the increase.
on them. Take that. That's right, man. But Ms. Maker's going, I want to come down to you because, as you said, you wasn't into you the same way, service and education. That's what we do. But you said you gonna hop on this e-commerce thing because you see some value in it as well. What value do you see in the e-commerce land and being able to help people get to the money?
Yeah, so just as you said, Evans, I've always for the last 11 years, well, 12 years have been in the service business. So basically, we service the hair and beauty industry with continuing education classes. So that's what we do. But moving on, and because my sons are in the business with me, it has freed me up to start venturing out on something that I have wanted to do, and that is finish up my book and start another business. So I started another business, Educator, Extraordinaire. With that is allowing me now to move into not only sales, but products as well. And to pick up another stream of income, because I am an affiliate of the Black Bazaar. So I have an affiliate link doing some selling myself. I can remember, hey, going to bed and waking up and that there was money in my affiliate account, and getting paid right away that first week was super great to me. And so products is just another way. It's just another stream of income to make sure that you're keeping your name out in front of whomever your clients, your customers are, and making sure that you have what they need. And so most people are into products, and so I want to be able to fulfill that need, that people need products. So that's why I have decided to move in that direction.
Absolutely. Now I will add this as well, guys, for those that are watching. Like this is the first step. This is the initial step to get you in the game. Everybody putting comments, so get in the game.
Get in the game.
Now, once you get in the game, that gives you access to a stream. But how many guys know that just because you got access don't mean that you know how to work that access, right? So now you're saying, okay, well, I got access. I got a store up. I'm doing something, but then you might need a little bit more help because one of the things we teach you how to profit. And so that's where, I come in at. Like, okay, now you got your store, you're running. Now we're going to figure out, okay, are you having some success with it? Are you not? What's the problem? And it's typically not the products. It's more so what you don't know. So then we started getting into teaching you how to profit. And that's where the group comes in. That's where being a part of something comes in. Because so many of you guys are going to say, oh, I got to take the class. I'm doing it myself. Okay, we'll see how that works out for you. We'll see how that works out for you. Right? Because and that's the mentality that Black folk have to break. I'm going to do it by myself. Okay, well, you know, go on out there. You try it. You know, what's it called? The prodigal son. Go on out there. We'll be here. And you come back and say, man, it ain't really working how I want it to work. And then maybe you quit or maybe you give up because you're out there by yourself. A choice that you make. Or you can say, you know what? I don't know what I don't know. I just got my first store. I clearly don't know what I don't know. Let me find out what I don't know by doing it together. Everybody put the console together. By doing it together. Yeah. Oh, by doing it together. So the star of the show, talk to us a little bit about how doing it together, because you got quite a few different types of ways you do it together. You do it together in your Pink Zebra. You do it together with the BBC. You have transitioned into doing it together. And I know you're a people person. You love, you know, all this stuff. But we're talking about making money together, which is a whole lot different than partying together, vacationing together, all these other things. That's a part of you have fun together. But we're talking about making money together. How important is it to have that support? That teaching or whatever it is that you get to be able to help you be successful?
For me, it is very important. It was a very important lesson that I learned doing things together. Doing mistakes by yourself, I end up teaching myself how to correct my mistake by making another mistake. But doing it together allows me to understand, hey, you don't have to do it that way. I did it this way before and it didn't work for me. And taking precautions not to do it that way or having a setback in anything that I'm into. So being a part of the BBC, talking to Ms. Jacqueline, leading other people within the group or watching other people, doing it together actually leverage a platform that I did not have before. Lisa's audience is my audience. Jacqueline's audience is my audience. Evan's audience is my audience. If you're my friend, you have officially given me permission for me to have your friends as my audience. Now, they didn't know anything about me. They didn't know anything about my product. Now I'm able to, the more I contact you or the more I talk on your post or comment on your post, my apologies, that gives me more visibility on that platform, and that allows us to do it together. That's one way that I've done it together. Putting other people's link on my page or sharing their products, sharing their services, allowed me to give someone else that I did not know needed a product or needed a service. So not only am I helping someone else that's directly connected to me, now I'm helping someone else within the club gain another customer, gain another client, or actually change someone else's life or impact their life with the gift that God has given them. So doing it together is not just, hey, I'm making money. If a lot of you know, I love helping people in a non-monetary way. So now if I can connect you with someone else based on what they have posted, based on their specialty or their skill or something they just offering, I'm happy that I'm able to do that. And I did not do it by myself. I may have not say, hey, this person meet this person, but the fact that we share a platform together allows us to actually impact more people together.
Absolutely, man. And as we kind of begin to wrap this thing up, Mothers Making Money, for everyone that's in the audience that you're not part of a group, you're not part of any type of organization that's helping you to get out of debt, get rich, and build wealth, I want you to think about right now, whatever it is that you do, and ask yourself, man, how powerful, how valuable, how important, how valuable would it be for you to have a group of people who are serious about success, who are serious about building wealth, who are serious about leaving an inheritance to their children to be on your team? Man, how powerful would that be? You say, man, these serious people, they not just talking, they walking. They have them on your team. Well, whatever it is that you do. I was talking to a brother today. You know, he does life insurance. I said, well, no, brother, what are you thinking? Like everybody in my group need life insurance. Everybody in my group is serious about building wealth and they want to protect their wealth. And you still not part of the group. Therefore, you don't have the opportunity to really present what you do to them. Makes no sense. Why wouldn't you? It's not rocket science. It's very simple. You want to, is that not your target market? But anyway, everybody don't get it. We get it. They get it when they want to get it. They get it as well. Go ahead, Miss Lisa.
So I hope that you are wrapping things up because, you know, I turn into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock. But what I do want to say is we've talked about the Forever Free e-commerce store. We've talked about the training being on demand. We've showed you where you can get it at IamLisaSantiago.com/bling or any of the affiliates that are on here posting their link. But we haven't told you how much it is. We need you to understand that ain't nobody asking you for $1 million. Ain't nobody asking you for $1,000. Ain't nobody even asking you for $100. What we are asking you for is to invest in yourself, to take yourself seriously, to take the first step and to invest $25 into your own first stream of income. Or maybe it's your second, but into your e-commerce website, your forever free e-commerce website, so that you can begin to move out of the place of running out of money before you run out of month and be able to have the provision to do the things that you're supposed to be doing, like leaving a legacy unto your children's children. And if you are a member of the BBC, you can even save $5 more. So you need to understand that for less than what you would pay to get your DoorDash, less to what you would pay at the drive-thru, you can actually have an investment for yourself that will begin to give you money back as soon as you go live with selling your stuff in your Forever Free e-commerce website. So I don't know what's holding you back. I don't know what's stopping you. It's not complicated. You can actually get it done. You can make it happen. You just need to click the link that's either on the screen or in the comments. I don't care how you sign up with any of my affiliates or sign up with me. Get it done. Get your shmoney. Click the button. Click the button.
Click the button. And then the other piece, Ms. Lisa, is that not only that, even if they don't have their own stuff, we can actually get them access to stuff.
Absolutely.
So you don't
even have to have no stuff. We will get you stuff. We will show you where to get stuff from. And if you don't want to do either one of those things, you can at least become an affiliate and make some money as an affiliate. Get your shmoney up. Just get your shmoney up. Click the button. Click the button.
Click the button. I'm pretty sure you was yelling at them all. I can imagine you was just click the button. Ms. Mankins, man, we're going to come to you, man, as we begin to wrap up this show here. We're talking about mothers making money. And there may be some things you want to say to the moms tonight, to be able to help them to get to the money. We know that you're the Educator Extraordinaire. And I also understand that there may be some reasonings that mothers may have as to why they're not time. I don't have time. Whatever we be saying, we got time to be broke, but don't have time to get rich. I don't get it. But what do you have to say to the moms out there here tonight as we're encouraging them to get to the money? Oh, you froze up on us. Just in time. There you go. Nope. Not quite. Ms. Mankins?
Okay, there we go. Wow, that was a long buffing there. I hope I heard you correctly because you were going in and out a little bit, or maybe it was going in and out some here. I'm not sure. But, when we talk about time, it's what the old adage is, and that is you make time for what's important to you. When it was time for me to get serious about firing my boss and starting my business, I made the time. As a matter of fact, I came home, did all my wonderful motherly and wifely duties, and the rest of the night was mine to work on a plan for my company. So, it's all about you making the time. You can forever say, I don't have, time. But the truth is, you have plenty of time. Just how much skin do you truly want to put in the game? Because that's what it takes. I stopped looking at TV, didn't have time for TV because I was too busy working this vision, this plan that God had given me, and that, TV will be there once I finish doing what it is that I need to do. So you have the time. It's just that, you need to just have a come to Jesus moment with yourself and be honest and truthful with yourself and do whatever it takes in order for you to get to where it is that you truly want to be. But, if you're going to do this thing, you're going to have to put some skin in the game. People oftentimes want to know, how you got from point A to point B, C, and D, but they want to skip some portions. Now, there's no skipping here. You're going to work your way through the ranks so that you can understand it. I know when you're talking about Evan the time, I want to say that COVID-19 has been an eye-opening experience and awakening for many people in our country. I don't want to minimize, the death, the dying, and all that has transpired, around us. Probably some have experienced it in their own family. But one thing it did do is give us time. One thing that the Lord spoke to me, He has redeemed the time. So you have time. When He spoke that to me, I was busily trying to do other things. And He said, but I've given you the time that you asked for. What are you going to do with this time? Immediately, I knew what He was talking about. So in that time, in this whole time, what I've done, I have created 2 ebooks. I've created a marketing ebook, and I have created how to work with difficult people. So basically, these are courses that I actually have, and I turned them into ebooks. I just recently have done this within the last 3 weeks, and that is on the Educator Extraordinaires page, and they're inexpensive. The marketing one begins to talk about this pivot moment that we are currently in. And if you don't know what that is, you definitely need to pick up that ebook. Short read. We need some short reads so that we can begin to change our mindset and move us forward to where we definitely need to be. So you have the time. I finished my book. You have the time. So, it's about, once again, how much skin do you truly want to put in the game? And that right there is the telltale sign for every person. Even when people ask me about different things about business, I just did a business 101 class. You setting up those e-commerce business. But you need to go and look at, for those who are in the BBC, you can go and look at that. And I have walked you through the basic parts of setting up your business correctly, because you're going to begin to make some money. Then you need to begin to pay the people who need to be paid, the federal and state taxes. And then also, too, for those of us who are selling products, guess what? You got a sales tax that you have to pay. Okay. So, those are the things that we talked about in that business 101, not the sales tax part, actually, but sales tax, products, right? So go and actually, learn. How much skin are you willing to put in the game? Evan, that's what I say about the time. How much skin are you willing to put in the game? Because it's going to cost you.
Absolutely. How much skin do you want to put in the game? It's Lisa Santiago McNeil. Your last words here tonight for mothers making money on this Mother's Day special.
Shout out to all the moms that are just doing the darn thing. I'm telling you, you have the power to get wealth. Women are the most powerful people in all the world. We bring forth life. We help to nurture the world. And what I want to see you do is to be empowered in that process. Start your business right from home. Use your kids, have them help you. We've got Building Young Entrepreneurs program. We've got children that are selling on their e-commerce websites. We want to help you to equip and empower your next generation to move forward in the greatness that God has prepared for them. Get your Forever Free e-commerce website. Get it on iamlisasantiago.com/bling. Sign up, do it on demand. Get your products from the Black Bazaar or Heavenly Body Products or divapreneur.com, and let's get the shmoney up. It's only a $25 investment to get started. Click the button. Click the button.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much again. Lisa Santiago is showing up here today for our special presentation on Mother's Day. And to start the show, we'll give you the last words here today. As we're talking about mothers making money, what are your last words for the peeps here tonight on our broadcast?
Tonight, I just want to leave everyone with start somewhere, start now, just do it. I'm just going to keep it simple. Just do it. It's just that simple. And actually have a purpose to do it. My daughter's my purpose. Leaving a legacy for her is the purpose. And knowing that she is not the only child that I'm going to be affecting in life or impacting her life. There are her friends and their friends. Also, I have the opportunity to impact those children's lives also. So for me, leaving a legacy is important. So everyone, if you have a passion for anything, for yourself, for your children or loved ones, just do something.
Absolutely, man. Just do it. Again, I want to say thanks so much, Miss Makins Gold. I know it is getting late, guys, and Miss Lisa Santiago McNeil and Miss Jennifer, and to all of our guests that are showing up here tonight. You showed your support. You hit the like button, the share button, you tag somebody and all that good stuff. This is what we're supposed to do, guys. This stuff is free. I mean, it's like, man, we want to do the stuff that's free. No wonder why it might be difficult for us to make a $25 decision that could change our life. And it's a couple of different $25 decisions that could change your life. Number one, you got the class. That's the beginning. Number two, you got the club. You got the class and you got a club that can help you get out of debt, help you get rich, and help you build wealth. Now we got to say the decision is yours. You tried everything else, or you tried some stuff, I don't know, in the past. But have you actually tried? I want you to leave you with this. Have you actually tried to get out of debt?
Woo.
Have you actually tried to get rich? Have you actually ever tried to build wealth? Think about that for a second as we close out here tonight. Man, I'm ERGJ, and I want to tell you a little bit about the Black Billionaires Club real quick. I did write the book. It's about billionaires, and that's what we do. We follow billionaires in the Black Billionaires Club. And here's what we learned about those people that you see up there. We're going to write a new book pretty soon. 3 things that they actually say that they do and they participate in order to actually have the success that they have. Number one, right, they read. That's the number one thing they read. They change the way that they think by reading. They didn't say they got their way by watching TV. They said they got their way by what they read. Well, guess what we do in the Black Billionaires Club? We got a book club. Makes sense. They say they read, we read. Number 2, they build business. Oh, e-commerce store is actually building a business. Well, guess what we do in the Black Billionaires Club? We have business development training to help you to get to success. Because you can open up that store and then you can try to go out there and do it all on your own, or you can get training to learn what to do in order to have success, in order to increase your sales, in order to find more customers, all that good stuff. Number 3, what do they say they do? They invest. Number 1, they invest in themselves. Number 2, they invest in their own business. And then number 3, they invest in other businesses or income-producing assets. Guess what we have in the Black Billionaires Club? We have an investment club. Oh, my. So we have a book club. We have business development and training. We have Teach Me How to Profit training. We have an investment club, and this is just the beginning. Ask yourself if you've been a part of any one of those 3 things in your life. These 3 things that can actually help you to get out of debt, to get rich, and to build wealth. I want to say thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. And I want you guys to remember this. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to join the club, you just simply go to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Make a $25 decision that can change your life. A $25 decision that can change your financial destination. a $25 decision where you can stop doing it by yourself and you can actually begin to do it together with like-minded, money-minded, billionaire-minded people. Walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted. Walk away from the crowd of blame everybody else for my problems. Walk away and join the few. And join the few. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes the village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next time, guys, you have a wonderful night. I pray God will bless you with a dream. And you'll wake up from that dream. You'll set a goal, put a plan together, and you'll go out tomorrow and you'll crush that goal. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.